and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be watching a fat electrician video from the Fat Files, Burger King versus McDonald's. I do ask you to bear with me today. I am sick. I've had to film a bunch today because I want to make sure that we get videos out like tomorrow and the next day. And Kit has had family and holiday stuff, and I did not. So I'm sick. Sorry. I apologize in advance for my voice and my face. And now that that is out of the way, let's figure out Burger King versus McDonald's. As I've said before on this channel, I have never had a burger from either of those places. I've had chicken nuggets and stuff from McDonald's. And I think maybe fries from Burger King. Not a big fast food person in general. Wasn't when I was a kid. So I'm watching this as an outside observer only. Let's go.
All right, I'm just gonna be honest with you. All of the research for this video started because of a meme, and honestly, it could not have went any better.
Okay, great. Love that.
Today we're talking about Burger King. Okay, look, I have been sent this meme like 10,000 times in the last month. I'm not sure why. It must have went viral somewhere. Basically,
I've never seen it.
The military has a Burger King that they can deploy anywhere on the planet in like 24 hours. So this piqued my interest for obvious reasons. I mean, nothing says you're outclassed like watching a foreign military drive a Burger King out the back of a cargo plane. Bearing that in mind, I thought to myself, surely this is an incredible business that I should look into because they probably have a really impressive business model, and I was partially correct because it was definitely worth looking into. There is not an impressive business model behind this company, okay? Not only is it not an impressive business model, there's not even really a business model, okay? Great. As far as I can tell, Burger King was literally founded to troll McDonald's, and that has pretty much been their only mandate ever since. But first, a word from our sponsor.
I mean, it does make sense. That does track based on the Burger King. Because Ronald McDonald is kind of a terrifying mascot all in its own, but the Burger King is literal nightmare fuel. That guy's freaky. His plastic dead eyes. I hate the Burger King. He's a horrible, ugh, I hate him a lot.
Sir.
Delete me.
Hello.
Yeah, delete me.
Yay, both of them.
Hired for one ad only. You're done.
There can only be one.
Do something.
You're on your own. His boobs are bigger and he just made a Star Wars Highlander reference.
Good. Star Wars and Highlander combined. All right, we know where Nick's heart lies.
Anyways, Delete Me, biggest sponsor of the channel. You guys know the deal by now. You give them money, they make sure the data brokers on the internet are not selling your personal information.
I hope that this is not one of those scams. Just based on like the honey thing that just dropped, I worry about some of these. I'm like, they all sound really good to be true.
Brokers are legally required to stop selling your information if you ask them to the right way. Unfortunately, each data broker has a different right way. And Delete Me knows all of them. Not only do they go and they get all that information taken down, they continue to monitor all these data brokers in case they get your information again, and then they tell them to quit selling it again. Buh! You can actually do all that yourself. Buh! I mean, yeah, you could.
Who
you
wants
can also
to do
buy
that?
your own house and grow your own food, but at some point it becomes more cost and time effective to just let the professionals do their job, and plus, they'll probably do a better job to begin with. I mean, here's the results they got for me. They reviewed over 18,000 listings from over 180 different data brokers and gotten over 3,000 listings removed almost every single month. And to be honest, I have absolutely no idea how long that would have taken me to do it if I decided to do it myself, but I'm 100% sure I would rather just pay Delete Me like $6 a month to do it for me. So if you're like me and you wanted to give Delete Me a try, I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins in 1954 when the founders of Burger King, Keith Kramer and Matthew Burns, went out to San Bernardino, California, and ate at the very first McDonald's. And they're like, holy shit, what a brilliant business model. They're selling cheap hamburgers through a drive-thru, just maximizing profits. It'd be a really good idea if we stole this exact business model and then took it over to the East Coast and started it in Jacksonville, Florida. Equipment known as the Insta Broiler that they thought was gonna be a faster and more efficient way to cook hamburgers, and opened up their very first Insta Burger King. And just like McDonald's, it was very successful right out of the gate. They started opening up new franchises.
I had no idea that Burger King started on the East Coast, and like I didn't realize it was an East Coast, West Coast thing. That's really cool.
Franchises all over the country. Now, the way they did franchises in the beginning was Well, it was kind of fucking stupid, to be honest with you. The way they did it was they would basically sell the rights to a district or a region of the United States to a franchisee, and that franchisee could then put up as many Burger Kings in that area as they wanted, and there was really no rules whatsoever. And what this meant was it was a restaurant and it said Burger King on the outside, but if you went to a different district where a franchisee ran their business completely differently, you were going to a different Burger King, but it was basically a completely different restaurant. The only similarity was that they both sold hamburgers, which kind of makes sense from this like eye in the sky point of view, but from a consumer standpoint, it was very confusing.
That's
And
bad.
this goes on for over a decade. They continue to open up franchises all over the United States. The entire company gets bought.
Like I used to work at a place called it was there was two Renali's, right? One was Renali's and one was Renali's of Andersonville, and it was kind of that like. And people would get confused about it all the time. They would ask for like certain things that were on the other Renali's menu. And it's like, we don't have that. We're not that Renali's. We don't have that product at all. So it was just like, it was really confusing for a lot of people and it sucked. And we had to like refund a lot of stuff because people would like order through like Grubhub or whatever, but they would order like, or Postmates. It was special. Postmates. Can I like, one day I'm going to have a whole rant about Postmates. Someday somebody will be like, have a video about how Postmates is a scam. And I'll be like, I knew it. But anyway, they would order things off that menu through us. And we can't get in contact with the customer to be like, we don't have that. And anyway, it's a bad plan. Shouldn't do it. Name them different things.
Bought and sold out on like 3 separate occasions during that initial 10 years. And then in 1967, all 274 Burger King franchises get bought out by Pillsbury for $18 million.
Sir,
Okay.
I'll get it together. I promise.
And the man from Pillsbury that gets put in charge of Burger King is an executive by the name of
terrible
Norman
laugh.
Brinker. 2 things he does right out of the gate.
Where
He
did the hoo-hoo go?
standardizes Burger King across the board. We're not going to have any more of this like, you have this experience in this district and this experience in that district. No, we're going to standardize it. All Burger Kings are going to be relatively the same. That way, when somebody's going from a different location to a different location, they can expect to find the same menu items and have relatively the same experience. And the second thing he does, he kicks off the long-standing Burger King tradition, and quite honestly, as far as I can tell, the only business model they've ever had of shit-talking McDonald's, because he launches a major ad campaign basically saying that Burger King is better than McDonald's because Burger King has bigger burgers. So naturally, McDonald's,
and they give you a crown
about it, launched a retaliatory ad campaign. No, I'm just kidding. They actually kicked off their long-standing tradition of having frivolous lawsuits against rivals. They tried to sue Burger King and lost, which is honestly a pretty incredible lack of a sense of humor on McDonald's part, considering that their mascot is a clown. So Burger King continues to smack talk McDonald's.
Fair point,
McDonald's continues to cry about it. The next big thing that Burger King does is they start landing licensing agreements with big companies like Lucasfilms and Disney. And for my inner child, this is my favorite part because this is an objective fact that Burger King had the best Happy Meal toys my entire childhood, okay? They start having Happy Meal toys of all the upcoming Disney movies. They start having memorabilia for the Star Wars movies. They have literally the best Happy Meal toy of all time, the golden Pokemon card, okay? I remember when I was like 7, 8 years old, opening up that Pokeball case and thinking that I was immediately a millionaire like fucking Scrooge McDuck. It was...
Or like you get the golden ticket from like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know. Like I said, we didn't do a lot. I think I had 1 or 2 Happy Meal toys that I had for a while. One was like a little Barbie doll. Probably only McDonald's stuff though, because like I said, we just didn't do fast food very often, which is a pity because Happy Meal toys were kind of cool.
The best toy ever as a child.
Fair.
This is brilliant marketing on Burger King's part because let me tell you, as a child, I viewed going to Burger King as an investment opportunity, okay? I was trying to convince my parents to go to Burger King breakfast, lunch, and dinner so I could get more gold and become rich. By the 1980s, Burger King is absolutely losing to McDonald's on the business front, so they have the horrible idea of like, hey, you know what would help if we added a bunch of random shit to the menu to give people more options? Okay, this is a horrible idea. I've said this once, I'll say it again because I wholeheartedly believe it. Adding more options is almost never a good thing on the business front, especially in the restaurant industry.
Agreed.
It's a hamburger made out of meat on a bun with nothing. Add ketchup if you want. I couldn't care less.
I will say though, I like a burger with cheese. I do like a cheeseburger though. I do like funky. I like burgers with a lot of stuff in it. I mean, Chris's burgers in this particular show would have been bad. I mean, they might have tasted good, but like a regular burger would be better. But like, I like a burger with some stuff.
I mean, look at Chick-fil-A. I did a whole video on that previously. It is pound for pound easily the most effective and profitable fast food chain in the world right now. They've got 1/7 as many locations as McDonald's. They're only open 6 days out of the week as opposed to 7, and each Chick-fil-A outperforms a McDonald's by a factor of like 20. And look,
damn, I did not know that.
Chicken sandwiches, that's it. They've got one fucking menu item and they're wrecking house. Okay, KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. Overcomplicating shit almost never works. I mean, look at German engineering. Oh my God, everything they work on is an engineering marvel. It's so complex, nobody else could possibly keep up. Keep up at what? Losing fucking world wars? Ask any mechanic on the planet if they want to work on a BMW. They're gonna say fuck no, because it's an overcomplicated piece of shit. But that's what Burger King does, desperately trying to keep up with McDonald's.
I mean, whenever I go on road trips, me and my friends, we have a great time mocking the BMW drivers. Sorry if you drive a BMW, but historically speaking, BMW drivers are so annoying on the road. Like, there's probably others that are bad too, but like we noticed the BMWs doing the like not signaling and cutting in really randomly and then getting immediately stuck behind another person. It's like, it was just this chef's kiss. Anyway, we like to rag on the BMW. Sorry.
Over the course of the next decade, it drives the franchise straight into the ground, and by 1989, they have to end up selling to some big European conglomerate, Grand Metro, for $5.7 billion.
Oh,
wow. Wait, I almost forgot literally the worst and scariest part of this entire video. In addition to adding a bunch of different items to the menu, one of the items that they added was a bigger version of the Whopper, because McDonald's around this point in time came out with the Quarter Pounder, so Burger King wanted to one-up them, so they came up with the Third Pounder, okay? Not a horrible idea.
Oh, except for the fact that Americans are stupid, right? Right? And they thought that, I think I've heard of this one, and they thought that the Quarter Pounder was bigger than the Third Pounder.
Is better, great marketing ploy, okay? What they underestimated was how fucking stupid people are. Okay, the 1/3 pounder was a complete flop and nobody could figure out why for the life of them. It was basically the same price as a Quarter Pounder. Literally more hamburger for the same amount of money. So they did a bunch of market research, and what the market research found out was the average person at a glance thought that the Quarter Pounder was the better deal because 4 is a bigger number than 3.
People are dumb.
Okay, do you understand how fucking stupid that is? That's like calling up a pizza place and being like, hey, can you do me a solid? I want to order a large pepperoni pizza, but instead, can you cut it into 12 pieces instead of 10 because I'm really hungry right now? I swear, every time
I've had, literally, at a pizza places, had people do that very thing. It's like you're not, okay. It's like, you're not gonna, you know what? All right, sure then. All right, 12 pieces, I'll write that in.
think about this, I have an existential crisis, okay? Like, look.
People are so dumb.
All right, look, I'm not saying I don't like democracy necessarily, but every time I hear shit like this and I know that these people's vote count for as much as my vote does,
yeah,
fucking, we're just gonna move on.
Okay, good. Let's move on. Yep.
And
I'm not going to touch that either.
King that we really know today, because Grand Metro has a two-pronged approach on how to turn this company around. Prong 1, they're going to expand globally, have Burger Kings all over the world. That part works out really well. The second prong, they're going to double down on historically what has worked for Burger King, primarily continuing to get licensing deals for awesome kids meal toys and shit-talking McDonald's. So we're just going to go ahead and go right down the list of their greatest McDonald's
That's 3 prongs,
of all time. There's their unofficial slogan, why eat you could dine with
I love that.
There's that time that they had a Burger King dress up as a McDonald's for Halloween. Then there's probably one of the best ads I think I've seen in my entire life.
That's good. I never heard about that one.
Videos and accounts on the internet of people that have had a McDonald's hamburger for like 20, 25 years.
Burger King perpetuated that?
It doesn't mold. It doesn't deteriorate. It looks very similar to the day that it was bought.
Right. I've seen that over and over again. Like, I've seen that happen. Like, I've seen that particular claim. I did not realize that Burger King started pushing that.
Obviously taking a shot at McDonald's with this, made an ad where they showed a Whopper getting moldy and decaying over the course of 34 days. Literally just saying the quiet part out loud, like, is our food good? No, not really, but at least bacteria is willing to eat it. Unlike McDonald's. Okay, that's an incredible ad. Literally scientifically proving in like 30 seconds flat that they are healthier than the competition is
Wow.
brilliant. But just for the record, I am absolutely not saying that Burger King is healthy for you, okay? The Bacon King has like 2,100 calories
Oh my
just in the
God.
sandwich, okay? I ate one like 3 weeks ago. It felt like my cardiovascular system got shifted into 4 low for like 3 hours. But
Wow.
it did taste better than a Big Mac, so there is that. Which brings me to my next point. Their burgers are substantially bigger than McDonald's, and they like to prove that in the funniest ways possible, one of which is with one of the most iconic ads of all time, the Tiny Hands ad.
I have a BK double
Oh my
cheeseburger
God.
with this.
Nah, I'm gonna hit McDonald's at halftime.
Are you kidding?
Well, I have these tiny hands, and that BK double cheeseburger is so big, it's gonna make them look even tiny.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
In Germany, they effectively turned the entire It film into one major advertisement for Burger King.
That's funny. Oh my God, that's brilliant. And really, the only thing that I really know about McDonald's or Burger King is that I don't like either of their mascots. So like, this is fun. I'm like, as I also grew up in a household where we like didn't watch the commercials. Like if the commercials would come on, we changed the channel or we muted them, you know, like we never ever watched them. So it's just like, there's a bunch of these like old nostalgic commercials or whatever I've never seen. We didn't. My mom was like, no, we don't care about this. And she would just like change the channel to something else for like the 7 minutes or whatever, however long commercials run, because it's forever. But like, dang, these are great. I love a troll. I love it when I don't know, part of me, it's like, I don't care that they're both multi-billion-dollar companies, and I dislike them for that reason alone. But like, it's fun to see them poke at each other, and then to have McDonald's just kind of like impotently try and sue, and like Burger King just like, how about we just have another silly commercial? I love it. I love it. That's so funny.
And while those ads are funny and memorable, at the end of the day, it's just clever marketing. It's not actually trolling the enemy, which they also excel at. See,
Well, it is a little
like
trolly.
right next to or across the street from a McDonald's. Well, somebody
Yes.
at Burger King got the brilliant idea. They're like, hey, we've got this mobile app. What if we came up with a way to make it so people were incentivized to go to McDonald's to order food from Burger King? They created what they called the Whopper Detour, and basically what they did is they used the GPS tracking inside of the Burger King app, and if you were inside of the
Terrifying
McDonald's
already.
location while you were ordering on your phone from Burger King, they would only charge you $1 for a Whopper. Effectively driving more business over to Burger King selling cheaper hamburgers, but also giving the illusion that people were walking into McDonald's, standing there for a few minutes, and then leaving empty-handed and dissatisfied before walking next door to Burger King.
I mean, good trolling. I really hate that the GPS can track you like that. Like, I don't like it. I mean, look, maybe I'm a little bit of a Luddite or something. I do that kind of thing. I mean, I usually have the, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't.
And my personal favorite troll actually happened this year in
Like, it's okay. I feel like you can opt out of that a lot of the time. Because, like, if Maps is up, Maps has to know where you are, and I get that. But, like, I don't like it when the companies can see you. It's bad.
and dissatisfied before walking next door to Burger King.
That is
And
funny.
My personal favorite troll actually happened this year in
Oh.
2024. What happened was, over in Ireland, there's a small chain of like 100 restaurants called Supermax. And McDonald's has effectively been trying to sue this company because apparently Supermax is infringing upon their trademark of the Big Mac, and they've been taking them to court for a couple of years, and they recently just lost in court, effectively losing their trademark for the Big Mac term in all of the European Union. So Burger King immediately quit selling Whoppers and is now selling not Big Macs at every BK in Europe. And McDonald's
Amazing.
can't do a single thing about it because they lost the trademark for the term
Amazing.
Big Mac, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's good. I love that.
Pretty uniquely pointed at McDonald's in particular for a long time. It's kind of leaked out, and now anybody can get it. Ever since Burger King got Twitter, they're just clapping back at everybody else.
Well, Wendy's, I feel like, started that, didn't it? Like, the Wendy's social media manager Twitter really was on point real early on. And Burger King did jump on that really quickly. I do remember that. Like, I've seen many a screenshot.
Line. In 2018, Kanye tweeted that McDonald's was his favorite restaurant.
Oh!
Reposted and just said, that explains a lot, which is a tweet that has just aged like fine wine.
It really has.
On International Women's Day, Burger King tweeted, "Women belong in the kitchen." Now, to their credit, the first comment made immediately after that tweet and pinned by Burger King was explaining how women only account for 20% of chefs.
No one's going to read that part, though.
Involved in the culinary industry. However, people aren't clicking into the comments section.
They're not.
The comments once they read that. They're just clicking and immediately getting pissed off and typing something furiously. So once again, Burger King gave the average person too much credit on their intelligence, and nobody actually read the secondary part where they like had a heartfelt message of
right?
To, you know,
Aww, they tried.
Force. No, people were just immediately pissed.
You tried,
and then
Star.
Forget December 9th, 2024, right after the man that assassinated the healthcare CEO was captured after being identified by a McDonald's worker.
I saw this.
Tweeted, "We don't snitch."
I did remember seeing that. I mean, and I didn't. I mean, I remember. I don't really have Twitter, but like, I do remember hearing about that.
This motherfucker don't miss.
Now, in Burger King's defense, that's not a real tweet, and they didn't actually tweet that.
Right, but
that
still,
but
it feels in the vein of something they would do, though.
Spread all over the internet after the fact. However, the fact that a lot of people had to go online and verify that was a fake tweet speaks volumes.
Yes, it does. I love that, though.
Scandals, because let's face it, you can't troll this hard and be this savage on the internet, not go a little bit too far every once in a while, and they've done it. In 2009, they had the Whopper Sacrifice campaign, and you could literally download an app on your phone that would integrate with Facebook, and you could pick 10 people to delete off your friends list. And if you did it, it would send a message to that friend that you unfriended, and it would be like, you just got sacrificed for a Whopper, and then if you did that 10 times, you would get a coupon for a free Whopper.
That's really funny.
People got really mad about this. Personally, I think that's absolutely hilarious.
Because you can always like refriend them again. It's like, I would have, you know what, if I ate like Whoppers and like if I'd known about that, I would have did that. Like just for fun, and then maybe I would have eaten my first Whopper. I think that's hilarious.
If you're gonna get mad at me because I unfriended you on Facebook to get a free Whopper and you're not understanding, honestly, I don't know why we're friends to begin with.
Right? That's so funny.
When I did have Facebook, I would unfriend the best man in my wedding every year on his birthday and then re-add him the next day for no other reason than it was funny, okay? If you incentivized me with free Whoppers, I'd do it every day. And guess what? He would laugh every single day because that shit's funny. But this is in comparison to their biggest scandal ever. In 2018, it was the Russian Soccer World Cup, and a Burger King franchise in Russia advertised and offered up $47,000 in cash and a lifetime supply of free Whoppers to any woman that would get impregnated by a World Cup soccer player. This was to, and I quote, get the best football genes and lay down the success of the Russian national football team.
Oh
now,
my God, what?
Is that funny? My lawyer told me that I have to say no.
I mean,
on the other hand, could you imagine some Russian woman getting knocked up by a football player and immediately calling J.G. Wentworth?
It's my money and I need it now.
And the craziest part about all of this is that people weren't actually mad that Burger King was essentially.
And like, that's a scandal? I mean, okay, if that's a scandal, that's fine. Like, I mean, it maybe in poor taste, but like, I mean, if those are the two worst scandals Burger King has ever had, seems like maybe they're doing okay.
Actually incentivizing women to become gold diggers for Whoppers. No, the public outcry was essentially saying that this promotion excluded women that weren't capable of bearing children. No, I'm just fucking with you. But the fact that I had you
that
going
would be
for
funny.
That long
he did have me going.
Volumes of the world that we live in today. So yeah, in conclusion, that is
he did have me going.
In a nutshell, they were basically founded to troll McDonald's, and now they just fuck with everybody for fun and sell hamburgers on the side. Is it a good business model? One that I would recommend that you pursue? Probably not.
Somehow,
also,
he didn't explain how they got into the military. How did they get into the military, Nick?
I'm here for it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Or was that just a meme and it's not real? Like,
you guys got to quit sending me memes. I don't think I'm mature enough to handle the internet.
I do want to know how they got into the military because I feel like we didn't get a solid answer on that one. But in any case, such fun. Such fun. I do enjoy these little videos. Thank you again for watching, and for putting up with me and my illness. And I will see you all in the next one.